All right, guys, welcome back. We are now doing a lower bracket game, so it is a best of one. The knife round is currently underway. It is what you are looking at. It is a bloodbath right now. It actually looks like Method just barely coming out on top. Now, but Lil Greasy making a comeback. He can win it. Lil Greasy, my man, bringing it home. Corrupt Minds, a little come from behind 2-on-1, courtesy of Lil Greasy. And with that, they're going to get their side choice on this map. DE Overpass for these best of ones. Each team gets to ban out 3 maps, and whatever is the last remaining is what gets played. So Overpass is what was left, and because of that banning system, no one gets a side choice. It does come down to a knife, and we saw Method taking a tough L on that one. I think one that they should have had. For some reason, in that one-on-one, the guy decided to left-click Lil Greasy, and Lil Greasy was just too slippery for that. Not gonna get caught with a little left-click game. He's able to win it, and I'm pretty sure they locked in CT side, but the chat started moving very quickly. Yes, they did select CT side, so that is what they're going to be going with first. Method, certainly the... Oh, I'm sorry. We're live. We are... As soon as you walked away, they went live, so... We are right in. Now, what you missed right now was a knife fight that Corrupt Minds won, and they selected CT side, so...
Perfect.
We're going to be going right into pistol round here. Method starting terrorist side first. Got to imagine Method gonna be the stronger team here, although Corrupt Minds did put up a pretty good fight against Affinity for some time. But yeah, no, Method definitely the star power in this game right here, so to speak.
Ooh, and that's actually to be Silent opening things up on Little Greasy. Takes him down right off the bat, so we get Falco left alive. War Hippo, 1100. There goes Falco in dead shot, so it's going to be 1100. He's out of the way. War Hippo's still up. War Hippo down, so now just dead shot is left alive. He's going to be 1 versus 5 at the moment, getting flanked by Ely, and he goes down. Ely will collect the Glock headshot onto dead shot, and that will make it 1-0 in favor of Team Method.
Yeah, an unbelievably clean round for Method, and they're wasting no time. Just instantly diving right into those rifles is Justin Streber, mainline, and Ely. Ely, note Ely, not Ellie, Ely, as Silent himself picks up a MAC-10 there. I think what? I couldn't do the math quickly enough, man, but something like 31 damage grand total going out from Corrupt Minds that one round. So not only a crisp round for Method in terms of getting all 5 frags and keeping their players alive, but I mean, taking almost no damage in the process, about as clean as it gets. And they're going to be going straight over towards the upper A, long A area where Lil Greasy, boost on a teammate, is not going to be able to find anyone unless Justin goes in that direction. But it seems like Method has completely chosen the right site.
Yeah, at the moment, going to be working their way towards the A-bomb site between Upper Park and Lower Park. Stack going down. Little Greasy gets absolutely mopped up. Now, the rotate is coming here from the CTs. First one, 1100, gets caught out by Silent. Silent's got a good flank going here as Justin will take down Falco. So it's War Hippo and Deadshot. War Hippo's about to get caught by Ely, and he goes down, but he does dink Ely. So Deadshot in a good position here, worked his way all the way up towards the bomb site at the moment, actually towards the heaven, and takes a little damage. Lives to fight another day with the 5-7 in hand, 5-7 head armor. He wants to save this, but the hunt is coming from the terrorist. Strab's going to see him. They're going to try and hunt him down. He goes down to 74 HP, but this massive flank coming in from Streber should be able to catch him. Actually, no, it's going to be Ely.
And he's
yeah,
lit
excuse
up.
me. Yeah, Ely's going to hunt. Ely's going to catch him from behind, take down Deadshot, and that's going to be round 2 in the books, all in favor of Method so far.
Yeah, just still more unbelievably clean rounds. Haven't dropped a player quite yet. And really the most significant damage was that dink onto Ely. And, you know, with that, there's no real... I mean, they're just going to rebuy grenades. They spent, what, 4 players spent $1,000. The 5th Ely spent $700. So insanely cheap round coming out here. If they could win this in another clean fashion, they're going to be in great shape. Just continue to put the pressure on Corrupt Minds. Let's see. It looks like they're going to be slowing things down a little bit more, not getting out as spread out, and also still using a little bit more of the map, putting Ely over towards the B-bouncer, but he's going to be rotating away as he didn't find anyone pushing in that direction.
Falco will go down. War Hippo quickly trades out the frag onto Silent, but Streb is there to remove War Hippo. So now Little Greasy still sitting in the bathrooms. He gets beat by 2, takes down the first one on the Streb. Mainline will go on the trade out. So it's going to be a 3 versus 2 now in favor of Method. 3 versus 1 as we just lost 1100, and Ely comes in from the tunnels with the knife. takes down Deadshot, and that's going to make it 3-0 in favor of Method, as now Corrupt Minds will be onto a full buy, though.
Yeah, finally a first gun round versus gun round, but the terrorists are stacked up with cash. Strebber really the only person who has to spend a considerable amount so far, although Silent has not quite bought yet. And there he goes. They're going to end up with an AK. And yeah, that did even out their money quite a bit, but still 46 on Justin, 55 on Mainline, 71 on Ely. Really, Corrupt Minds going to have to string together wins if they want to shut down this Method squad. And it looks like...
Ooh.
Silent, I imagine that's Silent. You can't even see his full name. Just gonna go to town on the two Corrupt Minds players.
Yeah, but Deadshot will answer, removing Silent. Mainline's there to trade him out. So now it's going to be up to Falco and Little Greasy to try and fight this back. 2 versus 4 at the moment. Both players going to be rotating down. There goes Little Greasy, shot out of the heaven. And now Falco, with the op in hand, has a tough decision here. Does he go for it? If he can get an initial frag here, he might have a chance, but he's still 1v4, and he's actually going to back up, try and go for a little bit of a safer play here. Commit to try and saving this op in his hands, but that will be the first initial gun round going in favor of Method. That will make the score 4-0, Method over Corrupt Minds.
Yeah, and Falco is actually getting hunted down here. Justin really close. They're both aware of each other.
Oof.
Just unsure of where they could find him. Did I just see some team damage? Is that what that was?
Yeah, Ely almost just shredded his own teammate. Goes low, but Mainline goes on the hunt to take down Falco. That will make it 4-0, and Falco's not even able to save the op.
Yeah, there was so much shooting at each other's teammates that the auto director was getting confused for me, but ultimately they did get the operator that was hiding out. I think it was Falco over there on the bank stairs, so just continuing to put a ton of pressure on Corrupt Minds, and really they haven't quite been able to put together a close pistol round yet, and even, I mean, they haven't been able to put a close rifle round together quite yet either, but just they need to get some of the opening frags. It seems like Method is just starting really quickly. They're getting the opening frags, and they're just steamrolling their way through pretty much wherever they want to go. I mean, even this round, they don't seem particularly Wow, what a great no-scope.
Silent.
And right before that sick no-scope, he just jumping through the bomb to his teammate / left it on the ground. Because at this point, they're here for the frags.
So now we're going to have Silent still trying to work his way in the site. Hits another op shot onto Falco. That's a good entry into the A bomb site for the moment. 1100 coming back through the bank. Ends up pulling out the pistol. Takes down Silent. Got an op in his hand. Hits the shot onto Justin. He's getting pushed, though. He's got to be careful. Mainline's going for the hunt. And Mainline will make the frag happen. So now it's all up to Deadshot. Rotating his way around towards CT spawn. He will go down as Streb will trade him out after he takes down Mainline. That's a 2K for 1100. But Method will be up 5-0 from the T side of Overpass.
Yeah, and to Corrupt Minds' credit, they're getting progressively closer. They are killing more of the Method members, but still, their ability to just run through and outgun pretty much whoever they want seems to be a little too much for Corrupt Minds early in this game. We saw them play before against Affinity, the team I think could potentially win this entire tournament. And I was actually surprised with how easily Affinity was able to dispose of them. But I was just commenting during that game that, you know, Affinity made it look really easy, but Method themselves are going to be a huge force in this tournament. And looks like this round, Corrupt Minds actually has a good start going. 3 frags going right off the bat. A nice spray down under the squeaky door.
Committed into this. That's going to be War Hippo. Takes down Ely. Quickly traded out by Streb, but Deadshot is there to take down Streb. Only 2 frags in favor of Method that round. Both went in favor of Strebber, but that's going to be Corrupt Minds putting a round on the board in their side. That'll make it 5-1. Method will still be up.
Yeah, with a good-looking spray down in that water area. As I said, under squeaky. Not really sure if that's a play that they're going to be able to lean on multiple times. I think that was actually more sloppy play from Method, followed by a good spray down than anything. But I don't think Method's going to change up their strategy. I think they're going to be feeling really confident going into these rounds and just continuing to put pressure on them in numbers, not even needing to spread out.
They're going to commit into this round. 1100 is going to go for the chase. He gets one on the mainline War Hippo. As later said, good flash there. Streb will work his way out, ends up hitting a shot onto War Hippo. That's going to make it a 3 versus 4. Terrorists all grouped up towards the B bomb site. They have it wide open at the moment. No one is really there to contest.
There's one graffiti.
Yeah, one's still there, but there's still, I guess
site,
there's one player up, and Deadshot's there, but nobody in the bomb site to really contest too hard. And actually, Method is going to slow things down quite a bit. They're not really going to force their way into it. 2 would be going construction. 1 would be working through sewers the long way around up the B ramp if they go for it here. But at the moment, they're just looking to try and see if they can make anything happen. Good smoke coming down, blinding half of heaven. Molotov will come in. Deadshot tries to commit to the jump, drops his way out. So now Deadshot in the sight. 1100 watching from Graffiti, as Later just said, hits 2 on the Streb and Justin. So now it's all up to Ely, trying to battle back by himself. 1v3 at the moment. He does have a gun in his hands, but he's down to 17 HP. All 3 of the counter-terrorists are grouped up together at Graffiti, essentially. And Little Greasy's trying to boost his own teammate. Ely's still there working. Ely sees the boost coming, doesn't hit the shot. 1100 will capitalize onto that and gets himself a 4K. That's 2 rounds in favor of Corrupt Minds now. Score will be 5-2.
Yeah, and 2 absolutely huge rounds for 1100 in a row. Surprised they were willing to challenge him so aggressively once again, and even charge through a smoke over there in the short A connector. But I guess it was kind of like something we saw with Lunatic earlier on. When you feel really confident, it kind of clouds your judgment and makes you make slightly more aggressive plays than a team really should or think they should. Oh, man. That nade coming out from mainline there as he nails his teammate right in the back. And even more team damage going out as again really loose with the grenades, but nothing too bad. Just Justin getting hit down to 88 and Silent taking 2 damage. Not a big deal, grand scheme of things. And the A site looks like it is going to be under siege. That is where Method has had 100% success so far. But this round might be the exception.
Looking to keep things rolling in their favor. Streb is able to get that shot off, preventing Corrupt Minds from getting a real big stranglehold on this one. It's going to be a 4-on-3 now. Method still trying to battle back. It's going to be Little Greasy still in the bomb site watching from the stairs. It's going to be 1100 rotating over. All the T's are in that direction. They need to hit some shots here. War Hippo, Little Greasy hitting ones of their own. Ely trying to trade out some frags. Will take down Little Greasy at the end of the exchange. So he's going to be 1v2 now. Oh man, he's getting flanked from the bank at the moment. Gotta look in that direction. No, that's going to be 1100. Watching for it. 1100 takes down Ely, and that's going to be 3 in a row for Corrupt Minds here. These gun rounds are looking pretty good for Corrupt Minds.
Yeah, and that was actually a pretty sloppy site take. They moved their players into the site towards the double stock where they could have planted, and the players that were hanging out by bathroom, I'm talking about Method, to be a little more specific, were kind of hucking some flash bangs just right in there and team flashing their teammates and preventing them from what should have been really easy frags and delaying the frags. I think they eventually even picked up the kill. Like there was one guy behind Semi that they just couldn't kill for such a long time, and by the time they eventually were able to get their hands on him, the rest of the teammates had fully rotated in. Mainline trying to find that opening pick on 100, gonna get bested. Seems like this is a completely different Corrupt Minds group that we're seeing in round 6 through now 9. Definitely different from even on their gun round 4, where they got bullied so badly. They're really snapping back into form really well.
Definitely looking good here, trying to come back into it. It's going to be a 4-on-4 into round 9. Method with a 2-round advantage. Trying to hold on to their lead. I mean, if Corrupt Minds can get this going, that's going to be 4 rounds in a row in their favor. All into gun rounds. Falco misses a shot. Streb tries to take him down. Silent will push his way into the bomb site. Hits the initial shot. Silent right there with the op. That's going to be Little Gracie steps out. Silent, a little too fast for him, will take him down. And now we have War Hippo already on the rotate. Works out, ends up hitting the shot on the Silent as he misses one with the op in hand. So now Streb in the bomb site. Ely is right there, both of them very low. Justin taking some damage. Streb will capitalize on that one, trying to spray it out onto War Hippo. War Hippo will go down, and Method stops the streak at 3 rounds for Corrupt Minds. That's going to be a 6 round for Method. 6-3 will be the score.
Yeah, it seems like one of the core reasons why they were able to win that round was because they were able to get the bomb planted and get set before the rotate had fully come in. Previously, even at B, they would get into all of these, gun battles really early on. It would go back and forth, and by the time they were even getting to the bomb site, the other players that were playing A, or in this case playing B, had already rotated in to support their teammates. So the fact that they were able to whoa, here we go. Actually, let me cancel that thought right now because there is a B take on it where the CTs are stacking. Huge gunfight ensues.
Frags are going to go out in favor of Corrupt so far. No, switching things out. Silent gets to Justin and Ely right in there. It was looking like Corrupt Minds had an advantage for a second, but Silent able to drop down 2 frags real fast. His teammates coming in there for the cleanup frags. That's going to be 7 rounds for Method now, as the score will be 7-3 over Corrupt Minds. And this is a best of 1. Remember, everyone, in your MSI iBuy Power Summer Invitational Qualifier number 2. Method looking good on the lower bracket, trying to continue working forward to get to that championship rounds.
Definitely. As you said, I was actually surprised with Corrupt Mind's early success in the round, as Ely, it's a really crazy spray. Not a spray I've seen before, or at least seen that effectively. I mean, by effectively, I mean, it does, like, you know, grand total of 20 damage, but still pretty impressive stuff from him. Getting some early damage out from there. Yeah, as I said, Corrupt Minds surprised with their ability to frag early on, but the firepower difference eventually just caught up to them. Method's not going to get that sloppy with rifles against pistols. That's just not how they play. But Falco hitting an early frag and allowing Glow Greasy to get one of his own.
Still trying to turn this back around in their favor will be Corrupt Minds. War Hippo is going to be down, Strab down, Silent down for their teams. Deadshot in a precarious position here. Ely is going to be looking for him. Can he find him? And Deadshot will actually take down Ely. So now it's going to be a 4 versus 2, trying to work their way into that A-bomb site. Deadshot will remove Justin. Mainline tries to work out. He commits to the shot. And 1100 over there at the barrels in the B-bomb site will get him down out of the way. That's going to make the score 7-4. Corrupt Minds still in this. Method has not yet won the half officially.
No, but they are 1 round away, and they are still sitting on a fair amount of cash. They are going to be able to continue to buy up and put that pressure on Corrupt Minds. It seems like Method just physically incapable of fragging anyone in the graffiti area of B. Not sure what it is. I mean, before they were just coming out and not even looking at it and getting mowed down by the guy that was there, but even still, once a player hits that spot and starts to pull the attention away from the Method players, they just can't kill him.
So into round 12, Method has that lead advantage by only 3 rounds at the moment. They're trying to battle back a little bit from faltering. They do not want to allow Corrupt Minds here to get back on a run again. I mean, last time they won 3 in a row. Mainline will prevent Falco from getting anything going on, but he does take a bunch of damage. Deadshot completely blind. They know where he is. Little Greasy goes down after taking out Silent. So Mainline gets himself 2 in the round. 1100, and War Hippo will be on the rotate towards the A-bomb site, and man, Strab at the back of the semi-truck hits the first one. Justin will go on the finalizing frag. That's going to be an official half win for Method. The best Corrupt Minds can hope for now is 7 in their favor, but Method looking like they want to control this game as they're going against an ecoing Corrupt Minds this round.
Yeah, not only they're ecoing, but their money's kind of all over the place. They have a player as rich as 3-9 and still as poor as 1700. They, you know, kind of inadvertently did a good job of controlling Corrupt Minds' economy, allowing them back in on round 11 with a round win, so they're not gaining any of the bonus money and then taking it right back away from them on round 12. It can be a really suffocating approach to playing. It can be really frustrating for Corrupt Minds. You know, the team is never, you know, intentionally letting you win rounds, but by winning rounds and being unable to string them together like they were from rounds 6 through 8, it can be really frustrating and really damage your economy long term.
So Method going to come in here towards the A-bomb site. They're going to send 5 men through Upper Park. Falco will go down initially. Deadshot getting sprayed out. Silent hits both of those.
Silent.
Hunting for Little Greasy. Ends up taking him down as Mainline will get War Hippo. Backstairs. Silent with the Glock. Hits that shot onto 1100, and that's a 4K for Silent. That makes the score 9-4 in favor of Method.
Yeah, just jumped on top of the boxes, spraying away with the gun in his hand. It was like in the movie Malibu's Most Wanted, he thinks he's holding onto the fake gun and jumps on the car and just goes to town shooting at the people that were riding up on him. He just jumps right up and gets to work with it. So really good gutsy play, but pays off big for him. And I really like how Method slightly adjusting their playstyle here. Not too much. They're still, I think, doing a good job of working as a unit, but when they're getting up towards a bomb site, they're executing all at once. They're not just sending in a player and then sending in more players and team flashing each other and kind of hanging around outside the site. Seems like they're grouping up and then they're throwing their flash and smoke and then just executing right there, taking advantage of the players that are at the site and just getting things done before the rotate even comes in.
So Now, we're going to be looking into round 14 here. Silent will be able to get himself a frag. That's actually 2K for him. Ely gets the other one. Ely takes a grip of damage, ends up making the shot happen, though, on the dead shot. So he's going to be trying to pull down this fake as best he can. Ely will finally fall to 1100. The last remaining counter-terrorist alive. He gets spotted, trying to work with the AK. He's completely closed down. And Silent will hit the shot after 1100. Will drop Justin out of the round. That's going to make the score 10-4 in favor of Method as we hit the final round of the half.
Yeah, and even still, Corrupt Minds just not made of money going into this last one. They're going to buy up whatever they can, but it's really only going to amount to armor and some upgraded pistols. And they do actually have a fair amount of nades, which is not bad in the grand scheme of things, but they've had a relatively poor success with just the upgraded pistols. In this round, they are not going with a gutsy stack like they did last time. Last time we saw them with pistols in their hands, at least when they tried to get aggressive, they stuck all their players over towards B. And it looks like they're more willing to get out there and, force some engagements, but not just at the B bomb site. And Will Greasy going to take advantage and catch a frag on Strebber. This is really the first time we've seen them come out and try to get frags instead of just sitting back in the site, I feel like. Especially in like the park birthday area.
Yeah, looking good there. Ely going to be trying to battle with 1100 down through the tunnels. 1100 hits the shot. Trade out might be happening. No, actually, Justin's going to rotate into the upper park area behind that rock now. They know exactly where he is. He's trying to peek out. Deagle's in the hands of Corrupt Minds. They're able to hit that shot. Dead shot actually will get it. That will make the half 10-5 in favor of Method in this best of one. But Method, with that 5-round advantage, switching over to CT side, and they can play this CT side very well on this map.
Yeah, once again, they are moving on to the easier side, and you have to imagine they're only going to follow it up with even stronger play. It's not like they were just running around with their chickens with their heads cut off all around the map, but Method didn't really have a particularly strong strat set. I think on their own terrorist side, and they were still able to bully Corrupt Minds around just simply off the back of being able to shoot really well. I mean, yeah, they did have their nades and their smokes for the A-bomb site, like any good team should, but even still, yeah, it wasn't, I would say, they didn't throw any fakes. I really didn't see a big use of either the stairwell or just the ladder room in general. They kind of just moved as a unit and shot as a unit, which can be effective in its own right.
Still, though, I mean, they still put up those 5 rounds there, so it wasn't absolutely horrible. But now we're going to get into round 16. Yeah, so Corrupt Minds trying to battle back. They're going to be your terror-sided team. Silent gets punished on the flank attempt here. Still one more coming in on the flank. That's going to be Ely. Good pistol play coming out here from Little Greasy.
Oh, and they turn it around.
Yeah, 1100 taking down mainline. So now it's all up to Streb. They might have a shot here at trying to get themselves in. Well, not trying. They're looking like they're going to be able to get this round in their favor to make it a 10-6 scoreline as Streb will go on the rotate here towards B. He knows something's going on. Hits the shot on the Little Greasy. So if he can keep this going, this will be a clutch ace. 1100 coming over the top. He hears it. He's going to be looking back in that direction, waiting for 1100. Tries to get the shot off, goes down low on HP, ends up hitting the headshot onto 1100. Now he's going to have some trouble, though. Not very many bullets left, 15 to be exact, to hit 2 more headshots. Got himself 3, looking for all 5 to get this off. Doesn't have a kit, so he doesn't have time. Steps out, hits the 4th frag onto Falco as War Hippo trades him out. And that's only 4 frags for Strebber, but he did everything that he could to keep it alive for Method.
Yeah, when I said they were turning it around, I didn't mean it so literally. Not only were they turning it around in terms of getting the frags, but I mean they physically turned around and just hooved it their way over to the B bomb site there. I think that was a really good decision when things weren't going well. It's not that things were going poorly for them, but when they were getting engaged so out in the open like they were, and it did something that we literally didn't see Method do once. They said, hey, this isn't going to work. Let's go to the other bomb site. Or, this isn't good. Let's mix things up. And I mean, Method didn't really need to do. Oh, dead shot. Easy frag. There's one. He's going to run away before the second one. I hope he doesn't get terribly punished for
behind here. Yeah. But he's not really going to go for it, so here comes the flank attempts coming in. Mainline will take down Falco. Justin's going to go on the flank. Dead shot was ready for it. Ends up hitting some damage. What I really like from Corrupted Minds here is when they have a player isolated like this, they all stop what they're doing and kind of focus on him. They can get punished for it, but when it's Method getting a little too aggressive by themselves, it actually works in their favor for Corrupt Minds. As Little Greasy will take down Streb, now it's all up to Ely on the rotate. on the rotate. Wow, I got a little southern in that rotate there. But so now Ely will be on a full rotate through the tunnels at the moment, trying to work his way towards the B-bomb site where it's planted. And now he's just going to kind of work this MAC-10 head armor. Not going to get too aggressive. They do have the advantage round and sidewise, but if he could get himself an AK out of the hands of War Hippo, he would definitely be all about it. He's going to try and fight for it. War Hippo will hit the AK headshot, take down Ely. That will make the score 10-7 in favor of Method, but Corrupt Minds catching back up.
Man, Ely was all over him with the MAC-10 too. That's pretty tough right there. I don't know. He hit him down to 5 HP. Can't really ask for anything more with a MAC-10. Just was all over him, and then turns out the AK just too strong. And with that, Method themselves going to be moving into their third of the pistol round set, and actually going to be surprisingly investing in this round. We have Silent with a scout, Ely getting killed with no cover, and with that, this is not looking like a great round for Method. Not really sure why they would want to do that with the scout, or at least it kind of makes sense for round 2 of the half, not so much for round 3.
Yeah.
Unless they just have a lot of faith in themselves, but I don't know. I mean, they've been playing well, but they haven't been playing that well.
Yeah, true. So Deadshot will be able to take down mainline. Strap, Justin, and Silent still alive, though. It's going to be a 3 versus 5 into round 18. Corrupt Minds trying to battle their way back. They're only down by 3 rounds, but Silent hits a beautiful jumping scout shot from the bomb site to take down Falco. Little Greasy, like he knows Streb is there, checks the angle, gets the peek, and the frag onto Strebber. So now it's only going to be Justin and Silent left alive on this retake attempt here. Now it's just up to Silent. He's already got himself 1 scout frag into the round. Going to step out and try and get some more if he's able to. Trying to hit some more jump shots. He's going for it. They're trying to get him, but he's just going to hit these jump scout shots all day long until somebody pushes on him. Little Greasy goes down. Deadshot will trade out the frag. That's a 2K for Deadshot, and Corrupt Minds is still in this. They forced it within 2 rounds now.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like Method is going to be buying up on this round. Not a terrible buy, as the bulk of their players do have money, but it is going to put a FAMAS on Ely and Silent, but Silent also can't really afford a lot. There's actually just a kind of a distinct lack of nades going across the board for Method.
What?
Oh.
What?
Cool, Justin. Cool. Killing
what?
mainline. I'm sure it's whatever, some kind of trolling. We're having fun here stuff, but
yeah, I'm kind of confused why that happened. I mean, he hit him once, ended up taking him all the way down and actually getting the frag onto mainline, but Silent will get a frag of his own. Ely's going to be pushed up into the bathrooms, takes it down, and that's going to be War Hippo out of the way, so it will be 4-on-3. And Method lost a player due to TK. That was actually Justin who made that shot onto his own teammate. He actually made quite a few shots to kill mainline.
It was certainly not an accident.
Yeah, no, he was definitely messing with mainline a little bit there. Ely will get Falco. 1100 will go on the trade out. So now 1100 and Little Greasy are left alive, or Lil Greasy, excuse me. 1100 takes down Justin. Now this has worked into a 2-on-2 battle, as Silent's going to go on the rotate attempt here. He's going to work himself into a perfect position on those tunnel stairs. He might be able to catch the players in party working towards. And no, not able to get the first one. 1100 peeks out, ends up making the shot onto Silent. So that's going to put Streb into a tough spot here. Does he work towards the B bomb site? They're going to throw a smoke towards B at the moment, and hopefully they can pull him in that direction and commit to this 2 versus 1. Streb's going to peek out. Yep, he's going to go right into it. He's going to pull towards the B bomb site, and that was sold so unbelievably well towards B. He's completely out of position. He had a great opportunity there to hold it down at the A bomb site, but removed by a good flashbang and a good smoke towards the B bomb site. And what? Still working into the bomb site. He's got 1 directly to his right. He's got 1100 to his left. He's going to see 1100, take him down. Now he's got to try and look and hunt for the final player, who's actually upper park at the moment. So he's got to be looking for that. He knows the plans in that direction. Can he take down Little Greasy? Ends up hitting the shot. Does he have a kit? No kit.
Though.
So time is going to be working against him at the moment. It looks like it's going to be close here. He should get this defuse. Yep. So Method coming up big, finally getting themselves around. And again, that's another 3-round spurt in favor of Corrupt Minds before Method was able to answer. So that will make the score 11-8. Method will be out, but it's still a very close game here. Corrupt Minds doing very well on their T side.
Yeah, and I'm really not a fan of them doing that TK garbage in the beginning. I mean, obviously, accidental TKs are a part of the game. It's it's funny when it happens, things like that. But I really hate when in any kind of official match anyone's just killing their teammates on purpose. I really view it as disrespectful, not only to us, the people that are broadcasting their games, but also like to the other team. Like that's I find that insanely disrespectful, and part of me hopes they get punished for it, but I'm not really sure if that's going to happen. It looks like the B take is so far futile as they're now smoked off of short.
Yeah, Streb somehow surviving that exchange. Goes down to 45 HP. He's got one player up into the construction. He's got one player deep. That's going to be Deadshot. He gets spotted out. So now there's going to be two CTs there left to battle against three of these Corrupt Minds terrorists. And Deadshot goes down. Streb still hunting for some more frags as Justin will go up on the cleanup. Ends up hitting himself a 2K. Streb gets 2. Silent got the other frag, and the Method will be up 12-8.
Yeah, and now Corrupt Mind's going to be on an eco pistol round. Only 1,100, still actually set up with a lot of money. But either way, it's not going to matter this round. He is going to be able to drop things for his teammates if he so chose, but he doesn't. Just a flash and a P250 for him, so $500 out of his pocket. It looks like they're going to be gearing up for real rifles in their hands. This round, we're going to see rifles across the board on Method, as you would normally see, but a P90 on Strebber. Fortunately, looking for it in the wrong direction, and great nades coming out from, God, I don't even know who, but they were so worked down on damage before any gunfight even happened.
Yeah, that was definitely not the way you would like to start out that round, as the cleanup crew will come in, and Mainline got himself 3 there for Method. That will make it a 13-8 scoreline, and Method looking very poised that round from CT side.
Definitely, and you can also see just a stylistic difference in how Method is playing the CT side versus Corrupt Minds. They're getting up there and they're pushing towards bathroom, towards birthday, towards the stairs, and taking control of it early.
Very aggressive CT sided team.
Yeah, but I don't think they're. I mean, I think they're maybe playing a little overly aggressive now, just because they feel like they can. But I don't think taking control of those parts of the maps necessarily makes you an aggressive team. I feel like. I think by not doing it, like by staying back in the sites, like Corrupt Minds was, that's clearly very passive. But I think it's just I think it's just one of a good way to play it. I think Corrupt Minds was kind of punished for playing it so passively.
Oh man.
And I think those are crucial parts of the map, especially if you're a good team that can shoot like Method, where you can force the early engagements.
And the team damage between Ely and Mainline continue here, as Falco will capitalize on that back, ends up hitting one shot onto Ely. Mainline will close it down though, taking Falco out, and Silent gets himself another 2K. Mainline doing a little bit more damage to his teammates, playing around here. But that's going to be 14-8 in favor of Method, as it looks like Corrupt Minds is going to have to try and eco extremely hard here. And a little bit of, nope, they're going into the buyout. They want to fight for the win, not the tie at this point, and go into overtime against Method, where Method is close to match point now.
Yeah, and it's really going to be their only shot of working themselves back into this game. The team damage is whatever. If they want to shoot each other in, the freeze time or whatever, the dead time in between rounds, be my guest. But I'm really not a fan of the TKing. The TKing stuff, to me, is a little too much. But either way,
yeah, definitely.
They're going to get absolutely shut down in bathrooms that round, Ely and Mainline. It's going to make it a 5-on-3. But it looks like the Method players have totally rotated over towards A. Actually, no, sorry. Silent was under them. It was misguided by the radar. He's back over towards B. But still, 2 players rotated back towards A, and it seems like Corrupt Mind's not interested in faking it back towards B or anything like that.
Oh, War Hippo caught out in the open, just a little bit of his head showing. Streb will capitalize on that. Justin gets one before he is taken down. Now it's all up to Silent. 1v3 here. Silent does have the op in his hands. He's going to work his way up. They have a comfortable lead at the moment. Flashbang comes out. He's going to commit to the peak here. Going to work his way in. This is another thing we see from Method quite a bit. Very aggressive, very talented with the shots. They know it, so they'd like to force the issues a little bit too hard sometimes. And Silent gets punished for that aggressiveness, as Little Greasy ends up getting the headshot onto him. That will make it 14-9. Method's lead shrunk by 1 round, but they're still dangerously close to that match point.
Yeah, really clutch round win for Corrupt Minds. Going to allow them to remain solvent financially and get that op working on Falco that they were able to. I believe that they took that from Method. So This round, I mean, it's going to be guns up. They're about as strong going into this round as they could hope to be. And it looks like there's going to be kind of dual aggression here in the stairwell under ladder area. And it's Method who comes out on top, saving Falco, who's able to get that off pick on Silent.
So now into round 24, things are going to be all in favor of Method, at least at the moment. Bomb is going to be down. Method has it down. And in eyesight here. Falco possibly going to try and go get at that. But it's going to be a tough look. But Streb and Mainline, both close players watching that. Very low on HP at the moment. Justin's going to get counter-smoked. Or no, he smokes himself out. Streb ready. Can he hit both shots? Will take down War Hippo and Falco. Ely getting into a gunfight here with the last man alive. That's going to be Little Greasy. Touchdown grenade.
Ooh,
not happening.
Oh.
But Little Greasy takes down Mainline, though. So now, Little Greasy very low on HP. Justin will collect the frag with an M4 headshot, and that's a 3K for Strebber, and that will make the score 15-9. Match point for Method.
Yeah, and even though Corrupt Minds was able to hold on to a bunch of rifles coming off of that round win previously, still doesn't matter. They just don't have a ton of cash going to, just enough for 2 automatic rifles. The rest of their players with pistols in their hands. It seems like this aggressive, I mean, that round was slightly more aggressive than even just taking control of those areas. Method definitely starting to push that envelope and seeing what they can get away with. This round we're going to see Strebber get very aggressive. He's pushing up to Fountain. He's going to get a frag and I think try to push his way to the playground, but it seems like his teammates are supporting him so well.
So now Silent picks himself up 2 big frags. Now it's all up to Deadshot, Little Greasy. And now, still trying to fight his Little Greasy, removes Justin, and that's going to close it down. Method will take this home 16-9 over Corrupt Minds and end it their time in the lower bracket. So Method will move forward. Corrupt Minds is out of it. And that is going to do it, I believe, for us tonight in your MSI IBP Power Summer Invitational Qualifier number 2. But Method looked really good there, and more surprisingly, Corrupt Minds.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we saw Corrupt Minds, or at least I was keeping track of it in between games. They had played decently well against Affinity. Fell apart on Cobble, surprisingly, on the CT side. So, knew that they were going to be a capable team, but it seems like kind of as expected, while, they're at Corrupt Minds, a totally capable team. Method's kind of just on that next level up there, with those other teams like Gosu, I think actually just got dropped down to the lower bracket, like your Affinities. They're just really good. I mean, that 16-9 was pretty close, but, Method was doing a lot of horsing around that game and probably, didn't take it as seriously as they should have or could have. And also, I think didn't really break out a huge diverse playbook. I hope to God their overpass playbook isn't that bland in terms of just going where they're going to go and see if they can outfrag the other team when they get there. They threw some sloppy nades in the process, but, altogether their gunplay is pretty good. And, while I don't think that kind of play would hold up against some of the the top teams in this tournament, it's certainly good enough for them to cruise their way through the lower bracket with it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Method, they're going to have to fight all that they can here. But, I mean, we still have quite a few big games coming up in the upper bracket. You take a peek at that. We have Affinity versus Lunatic Esports coming up tomorrow. We still have the Warpath Unlimited potential game coming up to find out who's going to be going to your upper bracket finals, which will be tomorrow. And then we have the grand finals tomorrow also. And we still have a ton of lower bracket play left. And yeah, just like you said, Gosu is down there. They're going to go against Downplay. And Downplay is one of these teams that is also pretty talented. I mean, going against Gosu, I mean, Edge Gamers. Don't really know much about Muffin Kickers, but still Method in there. Their next match will be against Velox Esports.
Yeah, I didn't recognize his team name, Downplay, but that's, Lopez, OMG, Cody. They're actually in the game.
It's a talented roster right there.
It's a very talented roster. That was the team that actually pushed Affinity to 3 games earlier on in the tournament, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, definitely not a team that can be taken too lightly.
Oh, no, not in the least bit, but still, I mean, lots of games coming up in your MSI IBP Power Summer Invitational Qualifier number 2 as we work our way into day number 2 tomorrow. And I believe it will be me and you closing out these qualifiers tomorrow, which will actually, work our way into your CEVO MLG Pro League Season 7 also. We're going to have 2 matches tomorrow for that. We'll have the finals and everything tomorrow for your MSI IBP Qualifier. So thank you guys for tuning in once again. Stay tuned for tomorrow. We're going to have games up on Lounge. We're going to have a lot of cool stuff going on. Get on that Vulcan. Make sure you guys are ready for that because that's going on tomorrow also. But that'll do it for tonight. And your MSI IBP Qualifier number 2 will be continuing tomorrow, so don't miss any of those games as we work towards upper bracket finals, lower bracket finals, and then, of course, the grand finals to figure out which team's going to get that chunk of change, those IBP monitors, and all the points going forward towards the IBP Summer Invitational.